we wanted to give you a little outline about our banking and financial and insurance and securities platforms, BFIS or BFSI, depending on what side of the pond you speak with. But generally speaking, part of the overview and idea is to share the spectrum of what we are referring to in the banking industry. So with that in mind, we are going to skip and go into a little memory lane where we can talk about some of the areas where we specialized and spend a lot of time through the use of real-time communication, WebRTC, WebSockets, protection, security, diversity, and so forth. So we earned some ground in the marketplace, and by using the banking industry's areas, these are some of the use cases that we have performed and continue to perform for some of our clients. Organizations that they wanted to connect their programmers in real time and manage insecurities in the back end use real-time communications, creating inter-branch connections and communications, or connecting the branch to the customers, all becomes part of this NRTC communications. Connecting them to the digital studio, in a case like what we did for one of the largest financial institutions, and connecting 37 countries for them, and bringing diversity prior to COVID and post-COVID and so forth. Training, educations, and so forth were crucial because clients were coming from Brazil, or branches of Brazil, Greece, as you can see, Luxembourg, New Zealand, Italy, etc. And then being able to provide real-time banking services where organizations that we talk to, for example, they move into virtual banking that they may have only one branch. Mortgage banking is very attractive because there are a lot of paperwork, documentations, and so forth that needs to be addressed. And so subsequently, we find that very attractive in the use of real-time communications. Building virtual shops and e-commerce, we have got projects that is going on, such as Web2Tele Magic Button and integration to the e-commerces and so forth for the service providers to give them virtual presence inside. Integration into hardware devices for various privacy, security, compliance, etc. are available, and also connected into the TV networks and creating what we call IOTT, so you can do banking right in there. Security, AI recognitions, fraud recognition, detections are all part of this process, where we have taken this journey and working with different financial institutions and so forth, and creating a business banking and operations that it can make sense. More likely, one of the things that happens is in today's market, according to Forrester, most companies, to reduce the noise and to get away to the private and the security, they refer to it as clean room. And this is what we are showing you right now inside the ZimZim platform, one of our or NETSTAIRS platform that has been developed. So a clean data or a clean room is a secure, privacy protected environment where two or more parties can share sensitive enterprise, including customer data for various collaborative marketing, product insights, sales, and other use cases. And if you need additional information, you can Google Forrester, Tina, and subscribe to that. We just wanted to highlight some of these with their permission, that all data clean rooms should have some of the following core fundamental elements: security and privacy, robust process to enable meaningful privacy protection and transparent data governance that can be handed over to you with a self-governing analysis and experiences. So with that, one of the things we did, we partnered with a company called Sovos, and we built, it's a New York Stock Exchange company, that they have a biometric AI, and we integrated that AI into our system where the banks can collaborate independently through their own service, capitalize on their access with the AI based TOC verification, and send out with the proper ID either to the national ID or the passport or the common database, and then be able to provide a protocol for the security and communication where the bank's manager or the employees or the teller can send a link to a bank client and or the consumers in general, and then when they receive that, they share that information, they arrive into creating a session and a meeting, but the information will be sent to the ICDN, which is our Interactive Content Delivery Network, and then verification through CID, token, passport ID, room number, variables will be sent out through SMTP server via a Meet link. And once they receive that and send that out in here, that goes into the JSON, and JSON JWT goes into the room and then creates a TOC QR or a link that they have to click and come back inside the room. So that gives us a complete protection where you can see a notification as a sample of a proof of concept. A room invitation by the teller is sent. Recipient receives a QR verifications, and then they can click on the room sample and then enter. The process that it takes place generally in this visual is on the desktop, a screen overlay comes out with the picture, ID verification and so forth, and it reads the person's ID. There are two settings. One is a brand new client versus an established client, and then once that is done with the QR, then basically it comes into a situation where you may see a presentation of visual that we recorded from the mobile phone to give you some general idea what that is. So let's take a look at that in a full screen, so gives you a better visual. And in this particular case, the QR arrives, it compares, you accept or deny, and if you accept it, then obviously that gives you the opportunity to connect and be able to go through the process, get the approval. These are connected right now for the POC to different national IDs. So you select the national ID, in this particular case Peru for example, and then it goes into to the acceptance, picks up the facial recognition, asks permission, and now you are verified with the recognition and so forth, and then you're brought back to the room. So this is basically how the AI facial recognition through the system works in conjunction with what we were just referring to. And once it's identified and verified, then we can go forward. So in this groundbreaking environment, this is what we've done. Thank you.